Okay, that's fine. Ram Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Oh, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Jaya Radha Madan Mohan, Radha Madan Mohan, Radhe. Jaya Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu, Jaya Mahaprabhu. Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha, Lakshmi Narasingha, Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha, Jaya Narahari. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada. Jaya Jaya Gurudev, 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev, Gurudev. Nitai Gaura Premanande.
Hare Hare Krishna. We welcome you all for the Japa seminar at ISKCON of Silicon Valley on Sunday evening. Thank you very much. The weather is not that great, but you still braved to be here to chant about the holy names. And I sincerely seek your the blessings of Kanka Mataji and all other devotees so that I can share some of Prabhupada's inspirational notes on Japa. So this is going to be both informative and also a sharing session, and there will be an action at the end of the session where we'll be practicing what we learn in this session. So in the last 3 sessions, Vaisheshika Prabhu has been giving us so much nectar on what is Japa and how to practice it in our daily lives. So before we start, let's just see if any of you remember any points from those sessions. Anyone has any points? Yes, Mataji, Ramya Mataji. Can we give the mic to her? No, because...
I remember the 3 P's, Mataji.
Yes.
Posture, pronunciation, and prayer.
Thank you. So, that's a very nice point. Today we are just going to start from the basics. So if we lay our foundation strong, then we can come to the main point of why we do it and how we do it. So let's just assume that we are not devotees and we are just there in the material world like anybody else, doing our day-to-day works. But sometimes this question arises, right? People question themselves at some point in their life. They think about, what is this? What is the manifestation that I'm seeing around? What is the purpose of creation? And why was this world created? And is it a wonderful place to live? Or is it a miserable place where everyone has to come and suffer? And why are somebody rich and some people are very poor? And why is God so cruel? That's any disaster happens, you can read in all the forums, on the main newspapers, or in the community websites, collaboration sites. The main thing people start doing is, why is God so cruel if He is so kind? Isn't it? And some intelligent people ask this intelligent question, first of all, why was I born? Why do I die? And in between birth and death, I spend some time here, but why do I suffer and get diseased during that time? And what am I supposed to do? How can I overcome all this trouble? Some intelligent people question that. Some people question that at the age of 90 or even before death. And some people question it when they are very young. But people do question. And it's very important to question because we all know that even material philosophers do say that everybody should think. For example, Socrates said that, what did he say? Unexamined life is not worth living. That's what he said. So every intelligent man should question. That's why even our Shastra suggests that. So when one comes to this point of questioning why things around me are going in the way they are, then comes when there is a problem. Most of us are IT, right? We can put so many patches, but the ultimate thing they want, the business is interested in, is the root cause analysis. You analyze what caused the problem. So in one's life, when one starts questioning, one should also do this root cause analysis. But based on what? In material world, we do root cause analysis based on the knowledge that we gained through 16 or 20 years of our education, isn't it? The engineering, computer engineering, or electrical engineering, or medicine, or whatever it is, whatever knowledge we gain, that becomes the basis for us to resolve the problems that we do when we are at our workplace, isn't it? The same thing happens because in material world, when people take to philosophy, they try to analyze, they go beyond this nature and they try to come up with some theories of trying to answer all these questions. But there is some flaw in that type of approach. That is why we go to Vedas. Because the Vedas are free from four types of basic human defects. Anything that man creates, he creates with imperfect senses. Because sometimes we say that whatever we perceive, that's what we believe in, but actually that's not true. As Vaisheshika Prabhu always says, so much science, we have to have faith, because if somebody says there is a place called Australia, I have never been there, I have not perceived it by myself, but I believe it, isn't it? But by the perception of the senses alone, we cannot come to a conclusion, because depending upon the type of eyeglasses that we wear, the objects that we see may be discolored. So our senses are perfect, and because of that, it's not possible to analyze it and come to the root cause of all our suffering. And another thing is, we are always illusioned, almost like we take the rope to be a snake. And there are so many illusions that we go through in our day-to-day life. And our very nature is we tend to commit errors because we are not perfect. And the last defect is that the propensity to cheat. Because whenever you commit an error, the natural tendency is to hide it from others. Then here comes, it's a natural outcome, then the cheating propensity comes into place. So any solution that is provided by any modern means or material means is blended with these four defects. That is why we go to the Vedas, because it's a Paurusheya. It is created by a person who's not undergoing all these four defects. It's kind of a manual that's given by God for overcoming all these problems that we just discussed. And with this, we can analyze our lives and come to the root cause of why we are suffering and end all our problems. And if you remember, Vaisheshika, I think mid last year we had a nice seminar, and Vaisheshika Prabhu was explaining, like, what is the root cause. If somebody is very experienced, and if we are facing a problem, one way is to be stubborn and say that I do the experiment, I replicate the problem, and then I will come to the conclusion. But the most intelligent way is, if somebody has encountered the problem already, you can get their expert guidance, right? That is why in our company there is a software called Knowledge Base, isn't it? There is knowledge base everywhere. But there is a true knowledge base, which is the Veda base, which is Vedas. So according to Vedas, the root cause of all suffering is ignorance. Ignorance means we ignore the Lord, who is Krishna. The ignorance is the root cause of all our suffering. Because the moment we are ignorant of who we are, we start desiring for wrong things. And once we desire for wrong things, through desire, we commit sin, isn't it? Like Ravana, he didn't just out of the blue, he went and stole Sita. He desired it first, and then he went and committed the action, isn't it? In the first place, he was very ignorant of the true nature of Lord Ram. And then he desired for wrong things, and then he committed the sin, and then there came his fall down. So that's the same analysis for every one of us. Because why we suffer? Because we are ignorant. And this is the verse from Bhagavatam. It says, it gives answer. There's a knowledge base. It says, Janasya mohoya maham mameti. Because we think that I am the center of everything. Like we think that I am the enjoyer, I am the world is my property, everything is there, is for my enjoyment. So that is the root cause of all problem, because there is someone else. We can't control even small things in our small families, like you cannot even control how your child behaves or what he does or he doesn't, even though you gave birth to a child, isn't it? So nothing is under control, even our cars, which is a material thing. The other day, I was supposed to be in a meeting at 10 o'clock. I started the car at 9:45. It wouldn't start, and we can't control it. We have to call the right person to come and fix it. This is just a very simple example. But if we become very calm and we think, we can very easily understand that we are not controllers. We are unable to control anything in the world, but still, out of our ignorance, we think that we are the enjoyer, we are the proprietor, and we are everything in the world. So, it's the same thing. I am the Lord of all I survey, and whatever wealth I have, the money I have, everything is my own, and I created it with my own intelligence. This is the basic essence of our understanding, and that's the reason why we are still revolving in this material world. But what does the Vedas say? Because we are ignorant, we also identify ourselves as a different person. Like it's a big identification problem, isn't it? In this modern world, identity management is a big industry, isn't it? Like how you maintain everybody's identity. Like if we are ignorant, then we identify ourselves in a wrong way as masters. But actually, according to the scriptures, who are we? As living spirit souls, we are all original Krishna conscious entities, isn't it? Suppose a doctor if you go to a medical school, you'll identify, when you come out and somebody asks who you are, you'll identify yourself as a doctor. And if you go to a law school, you'll identify yourself as a lawyer, isn't it? But according to the Vedas, there is a very basic nature of every living entity. That is the dharma of everything that is manifesting in this world. So that identity, for example, of water, what is the identity of the water? It's fluidity, right? It will flow. Like that, every object has its own dharma, and that ultimate identity for all the beings that are in this world is that they are the part and parcel of the Supreme Lord, and they are supposed to serve the Supreme. That is the basic identity. Because the Prabhupada says in the introduction to Bhagavad Gita that dharma cannot be exactly translated in English, but we can say that it is a basic nature or a innate nature, but it is a basic identity. Who are you? Means you're a soul and you're a part and parcel of Krishna. And according to Mahaprabhu, it is one more step further. He says that it is actually Krishna is God and you are a servant. We are the servants of Lord Krishna. So, but we forgot that, and we were in the spiritual world, and then because of our ignorance, we fall down, and then we suffer like anything, no matter how much we earn, how much we drink, how much we do, anything that we want, there is nothing that is satisfying us. Because Vaisheshika Prabhu was giving this example of the wireless adapter trying to get a connection, right? It just goes on and on and on until it finds an access point, isn't it? So the main access point for the soul is Krishna. Until it finds the shelter in Krishna, it's not going to be happy. It's always be searching the same thing in many other material aspects. So now we know that we are in this material world for many years and we have some problem. We became little intelligent and we started questioning, like, why am I suffering? And then we found that we have to do the root cause analysis. but we don't want to spend all our time and do it by ourselves. So we want to go to the Vedas, which is the knowledge base, and it gives practical tips for all the problems that we face. So now we are going to get a little deeper and to understand what are those steps that is being prescribed in the Vedas. Now if you see, according to there are so many theories of creation, we can't even get into that, isn't it? There is Big Bang theory, and there's so many theories that explain how the creation happens. But according to the Vedas, the entire duration of the existence of this universe is divided into 4 yugas. 4 yugas means Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali. Like how we even have it in our like summer, winter, like that. In a higher sense, this whole duration is being split into Satya, Treta, Dwapara and Kali. So right now we are in Kali Yuga, and the duration of that Kali Yuga is 432,000 years. And if you double that 432, then you get Dwapara, and you double the Dwapara, you get Treta, and then double that, you'll get Satya. So that is one cycle. So the problem is the prescription varies. How? Why should it vary? If you go to the doctor, if you have a headache and you have a dysentery, the medicine varies, isn't it? Like that, the basic prescription to get out of this material world also varies according to time, place and circumstances. For example, in Satya Yuga, it's meditation, means it's the people do extensive amount of tapasya, because they do for hundreds of years, because they live for 10,000s of years. So they can spend that much time meditating. For example, we have Dhruva and Prahalad, they are all from that age of Satya Yuga. And in Treta Yuga, it is, what is the method of worship for Treta Yuga? It's big sacrifices. Big Asvamedha Yajna, Rajasuya Yajna, all those yajnas are so much gold and so much wealth one has to accumulate in order to perform those yajnas. And in the next yuga, Dwapara Yuga, it is building the temples, and that is the form of worship, and serving the lotus feet of Krishna in the temples. Those are the methods. But in Kali Yuga, it is the chanting the names of the God. But why is like that? My spiritual master always used to tell this reference that in Satya Yuga, the demons and the devotees, the good and the bad, which is created when the creation happens, it's not that some people shifted to one side or other, but good and the bad exist since the time of creation. They lived in different planets. So when Krishna incarnated as Varaha, why does Krishna incarnate? To protect the devotees and kill the demons. So he incarnated as Varaha, and when Hiranyaksha stole the earth planet and pushed it into the bottom of the Pluto planets, he went in there, and because the nature of the form that he took is that they can live in the places where there's so much dirt, and then they could go into and they can work in such type of places. So he took the earth planet out of those regions and saved the devotees. And in the next yuga, Treta, the demons and the devotees, the good and the bad, were living within the same planet. So he came as, it's India and Sri Lanka, right? But they are on the same planet. He came as Lord Ram, and he killed Ravana. And in the next age, Dwapara, the good and the bad, the demons and the devotees were in the same family. So he came as Krishna and protected the Pandavas from the Kauravas. But in Kali Yuga, the good and the bad, the demons and the devotees are in the same person. So, the weapon that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu used, he cannot use any weapon because he will kill the person, because both of the propensities are there within the same person. So that is why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu came and gave this Maha Mantra, which when used, which is a weapon that Mahaprabhu uses to remove all the demoniac tendencies within the core of our heart. So that is the reason why, according to time, place and circumstances, the weapon that the Lord uses also differs. So these are some references that Kali Kale Nama Rupe Krishna Avatar. Like Krishna has incarnated in the form of his name. Now, what is this Maha Mantra? Maha Mantra essentially means it's just made of 3 words: Hare, Krishna, and Rama. It's addressing the Lord and the energy of Lord. That's all it means, because the energy of the Lord has 2 forms. One is material, another one is spiritual. Means material, how can one person emanate 2 types, material and spiritual? Because they are contradictory, right? Like heat and cold. But it's very easy to understand how the same electricity that comes out of powerhouse can be used to heat your house or when it is cold, or it can be used to operate the air conditioner when it is in summer. But it's the same electricity, isn't it? So both the material energy, Maya, and the spiritual energy, Hara, comes from the same source. But the way in which they teach us the lessons are a little different, because Maya is very cruel, because she'll force us to learn the lessons in a very hard way. But if we take the shelter of our mother Hara, she very easily takes us to the Lord Krishna and helps us to end all our suffering. So that is a very simple meaning of the Maha Mantra. Now, it seems so simple, right? When compared to whatever prescriptions that were made in the previous ages, that you have to meditate for so many years, or you have to collect so many ingredients, so much gold, you have to build big temples. But this seems to be very easy, that Hare Krishna Maha Mantra, but that's true. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu himself says that there are no hard and fast rules for chanting this Maha Mantra. Anyone can take part in chanting. Does anybody know this pastime of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and would like to share? How is it proven that anybody can take part in this chanting?
What I remember was that he was traveling through the jungle.
Yes.
And he was chanting the name of Krishna.
Mataji is giving you the mic,
I just remember that part, like Mahaprabhuji was going through a jungle and he started chanting the Krishna's holy name, and then the animals, birds, and all of them also start chanting, same way like trees and all.
Yes. So we can see that even the tiger and the deer are enemies, because one living entity is food for another living entity. That's the nature of the creation. Jivo jivasya jivanam. Isn't it? But when Mahaprabhu chants, that even the animals, their innate nature, because the spiritual nature is there in every living entity. So that innate nature is brought out by Mahaprabhu's mercy, and they all chanted in the holy names. We even remember how Mahaprabhu liberated a puppy, and there are many stories where even dogs get liberated, the dogs who get to stay in the association of devotees. So it is true that anyone can take part in the chanting without any previous qualification, and they can dance in ecstasy. So this is another reference. There is no, because when there is a very nice story, especially in Africa, when the government saw how Bhakti Tirtha Swami was leading all the people and chanting the Hare Krishna, where white people and black people and everybody has been chanting and dancing together, they were astonished because the government used to spend lots of money to bring unity among different people, but Prabhupada did it without any efforts. So that is actually we have UN nations with different flags and everything, so that bring coordination amongst the nations in the world, but the real UN is, according to me, is ISKCON, because nowhere else we can see how people are united for the same cause, and Prabhupada did it out of his own causeless mercy through the power of the Maha Mantra. So this is again the emphasis that if we chant, if we practice this prescription, this medical prescription in the association of the devotees, we can immediately see the effects. Okay, so a little more deeper, because some people ask where is this came from, because it took a very long time for the Orthodox religious organizations to allow ISKCON at the Kumbh Mela festival, because they thought that it is something that was invented, but it's not. So let's try to go a little more deeper and understand the references where it is being said. We know that we have Vedas, then which is divided into 4 parts. What are they? Anybody know the 4 types of Vedas? How it was divided? The name of 4 Vedas? Yes, Mataji. You want to say?
Rig Veda, Atharva Veda, Sama Veda, and
Yajurveda.
Yajurveda, yeah.
So the 4 Vedas, and then there are 2 Puranas. There are many 108 Upanishads and the Puranas, and there are 18 Puranas, and the 18 Puranas are also divided into 3 sections for people who are in the mode of ignorance, mode of passion, and mode of goodness. So in one of those Puranas, it is said that Harer Nama iva kevalam, kalau nasteva gatiranyatha. Because it's emphasized 3 times that there is no other alternative, there is no other alternative, there is no other alternative, except the holy name of the Lord. So this is the main reference, because if you want to emphasize something, you repeat it thrice. And the other reference is from Kali Santarana Upanishad. In here it is in the conversation between Narada and Brahma. It is said how simply by chanting the Maha Mantra, people are purified. So the holy name is potent, and it is explained. This is the reference from Brihat Vishnu Purana. It's even if one chants unintentionally or unknowingly, making fun of devotees, so still they get the benefit because the name is so powerful. This is the reference from Brahmanda Purana. This is a very interesting reference where it is said that we all know that there is Vishnu Sahasranama, the 1,000 names of Lord Vishnu. So telling 3 times, chanting the holy name of Ram is equal to 3,000 times chanting the holy name of Vishnu. And the chanting one Krishna's name is equal to 3 times chanting the name of Lord Rama. So if we chant the holy name of Krishna, this is a very principal name of Krishna, we get the benefit of chanting the Vishnu Sahasranam. So it's a very easy way, because the other day when Mataji was asking me, I chant Vishnu Sahasranam every day, and it takes so much time. And I was just telling her this difference. She was very surprised. And Malini Mataji also had this experience when she, in the book distribution yesterday, she said she'll share that realization at the end of this session. Okay, so knowing all this, we are still, our intelligence still tries to perceive it at our physical and mental level, like what is the real thing that's there in it for me. So Vaisheshika Prabhu says that this WII.FM is a channel everybody is tuned to. What is that? What is in it for me? Isn't it? So let's just see. So these are the basic things that are very basic effects of chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It helps us to eradicate, gives us relief from material miseries. And it's the king of all knowledge. It gives all fortune. And it is nectarian. And it gives because everybody is being burnt in this material world. Isn't it? Vaisheshika Prabhu was giving this example of how, like if you boil the water and put the frog in that water, immediately it will jump up. But if you put the frog and slowly increase the temperature, you can bake it. Like that, it is also said in the Bhagavatam that in the verse Ayur Harati Vaipumsan, means with each and every rising and setting of the sun like reduces a duration of life. So we are being baked every day. So we need that cooling effect. Where do we get it? We get it from the holy name of Lord Krishna. And it cleanses the mirror of the heart, because if we want to see ourselves in the mirror and the mirror is very dirty, of course we cannot see ourselves. So if we want to know our real nature, we have to cleanse ourselves, because our heart is so much contaminated with so many illusions and anarthas, and that we have wrong perceptions that we have accumulated over many lifetimes. As we said, there are many theories that many philosophers who try to provide their knowledge to explain why we are suffering and what is the solution. I was just referring to the book by philosophy. It's a 700-page book with what each philosopher says about life and the solution to all the problems in life. But no solution is complete, and none of the solution give this effect that one can perceive in their own life. So that is the beauty of chanting the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And Rupa Goswami, he is one of the founder acharyas of our Krishna consciousness movement. He says that he just lived like maybe 500 years ago. He's like a person. Means 500 years ago is not like 6,000 or 10,000 years ago where you cannot go back and refer. 500 years is you can see the history, like who was there at around the time when Columbus was finding America and the settlements were happening in America. Goswamis were there. So at that time, Rupa Goswami, like us, he's a human being, means at least from the external sense, but he said that he chanted this mantra, and he said that the more he focused on the mantra and chanted, he wanted to have millions of tongues and millions of ears to chant and hear the holy name. And this is a reference from Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Shikshashtakam, where he explains the coolness, the effect of coolness that the Mahamantra has in one's life when it is chanted. It's very important how Mahaprabhu emphasizes that one is freed from all past sins. Because if you remember in the first slide, we saw that when we tried to explain why we are suffering, the first thing was ignorance, and the other one is the desire to commit sin, and the third one is the sinful activity itself. And once we commit sin, then we have to pay the price for it, isn't it? We cross the red light, we have to take the driving test again. And not only that is the price we have to pay, but our insurance also goes up, isn't it? Because I have done that often, so that's why I know what it means. So same thing, we suffer in hell, but also we have to pay the high insurance, because when we come into the world, we suffer, isn't it? Because that's the reason why some people are like very learned and some people suffer because we committed the sin. But how Mahaprabhu says that the chanter is freed from all past sins because he is giving us an opportunity to get out of this cycle. So this is the next one, because what is the opposite of ignorance is knowledge. Like in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says how he with the lamp of knowledge he will destroy the ignorance within the heart. But how do we practice it? If we chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, all the ignorance, which is the root cause of all the problem, is resolved. Like in the Nectar of Instruction, first verse, Prabhupada gives this reference that Parikshit asks Sukadeva Goswami, you're giving so many solutions. Like in the Vedas also, there are so many solutions for the problems that we have in our life. But nothing solves the root cause of the problem. Suppose if we have a tumor or something, if somebody gives an external solution where you can put some patch and then it reduces the pain, but it's not a permanent solution, isn't it? But if it is internal and if it will cure all the bad cells and nourishes the good cells and removes all the badness within our within our body, then that is because it removes the root cause, then that medicine will be costly. But that is what we want, because we don't need to put band-aids all over our body to solve the problems that we have. So this example is given where all the temporary solutions that are given in the Vedas and everything do not solve the real problem of ignorance. The real problem of ignorance is solved when we chant the holy names of Lord Krishna, where he gives the knowledge from within, so that our tendency to commit sinful activities is uprooted. So when our deep-rooted desires to commit sin is uprooted by the power of the holy name, because that's happening through the knowledge, then the ignorance is gone, then we will not commit any more sin. It is the ocean of bliss. That is auspiciousness. The real auspiciousness is devotional service, and it begins with chanting of Hare Krishna. So here is the essence of our practice. What is the essence of our practice? Can anyone share? There is, yes, Mataji. Can you please give me?
Always remember Krishna and never forget him.
Yes.
That means that when there's any danger,
Yes.
we will automatically chant Hare Krishna.
Yes, thank you. Ante Narayana Smriti, right? When we are dying, whatever state of consciousness we are in, that's the consciousness with which we are born. So we have an example of Bharat Maharaj. He was thinking about the deer. He was born as a deer. And if you're thinking about money and you get into a crash and you die, you will be born with the same thing as it's displayed in this picture as a bank teller, like you get always to count the money. But a devotee, he always thinks of Krishna and he gets transported to the abode of Krishna. But it's not possible for one to think of Krishna at the time of death, because at the time of death is so painful. It's explained that one feels like hundreds of scorpions biting one's body at a time, means at the same time. So much pain one goes through. At that time, we will only remember the things that we are attached to, which could be our children or our family or wealth or something. So it's not easy, because even in this life, if we undergo any pain, we suppose a small, like either little finger gets hurt or something, it's paining. We don't think about Krishna because even chanting becomes so difficult, and you feel like, oh, I'm suffering. Why is it? You want to use it as an excuse to not to do so many things. So it's not so very easy to remember Krishna unless we develop that attachment through practice when we are in normal state. So that's why it is said that we should practice it in our life at every moment. As Mataji was saying, always remember Krishna and never forget him. Then it is possible to practice Ante Narayana Smriti. So now that we know what is in it for me, how do we maximize our benefit by chanting the holy names? So as we discussed, why this Krishna's name? Because it's a principal name, and it is said in the Shastras that we should chant the Mukhya name of Krishna, which is in the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. But it's also, some people say that, because when Prabhupada introduced, there are so many questions that came, like, can I chant this? Will it work? No, it will not work, because the name of Krishna has that potency, but no other material name has the same potency. Because if I just chant water, my thirst is not going to be quenched. But that is not the case with the Mahamantra, because the name of Krishna and Krishna are the same, has the same potency. In fact, the name of Krishna is more powerful than Krishna himself. Can we give some examples for that? Is there any reference in the past times where the name of Krishna exhibits more potency than Krishna himself? Anybody could think of? Yes.
When Draupadi was being mistreated in the court of the Kurus, Krishna wasn't there physically, but because he wasn't there, she called out for his name, and because she called out for his name, she got the help.
Yes, that's a good reference, because even if we commit offense to the deities, we can take shelter of the holy name, and chanting the holy name constantly is a solution for all the offenses that we commit. So there are 3 ways of chanting that one can chant within the mind, or one can just chant to oneself, or one can chant in the loudly in kirtana. The Manasa Japa, especially in this age of Kali, it's very difficult, because the moment you close your eyes, the mind goes on to think about so many other things. It's so very difficult to control the mind. But the Upamsa, which is chanting to oneself so that one can hear, is the Japa that we do by chanting the holy names in the beads, as we did in the last session with Vaisheshika Prabhu. And Vachika is a way in which we chant in the Kirtana. That is 1,000 times more powerful. So that is why the Harinam Sankirtan is so much glorified in this age of Kali Yuga. One gets the same benefit as performing the Aswamedha Yajna and Rajasuya Yajna in the previous ages. So as we said, people try to make so many things out of chanting. When Prabhupada tried to introduce, one lady said, I see a big light, and somebody says that, is it hypnotism? It's not. it's a very simple process where you just say Krishna's name through your tongue, mouth, and you just hear. All these, but the mind tries to create so many, extrapolate it in its own way. But it's a very simple process. We chant and we hear. We make the sound vibration and then we hear it. And that purifies our soul. That's the basic instruction. So, the way in which, the quality with which we do our japa determines like how much we are progressing in our spiritual life. It means how much we are evolving out of darkness. No matter we are in Krishna consciousness for a long time, or even if just we are beginning, japa is the barometer, because Prabhupada said that 99% of success in Krishna consciousness comes from chanting the holy names from japa. So it's a very important practice. But when we try to do this, the main problem that we face is the mind wanders. It's very simple process, but the only thing that Krishna wants is our attention. Why is attention so very important? Because the costliest thing in this world is attention. That is why all the big corporations spend so much money into advertisement, and they put it on all billboards and all TVs and everywhere, because they want to get a moment of our attention to their product. Why? Because everything starts with attention. The moment we attend to them, then everything starts. Then we buy it, and then if it's a big software product, then you are ending up in a big contract of service. You're just locked, isn't it? Everything starts with attention. But it's such a valuable thing. That's why Krishna wants our attention. That's the main ingredient. So, how do we do that? Because we have to analyze more on the nature of our mind. When Radhanath Swami was here, he gave a wonderful explanation of how mind is a monkey. Like it's going from one thought to another thought without any control. Like you cannot just control. You just sit there. The mind just all its work. But in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says that the mind can be a friend or an enemy. Because is a knife good or bad? It depends on how you use it. If you use the mind to perform an operation on a person and to cure his disease, the knife is good. But if you use the knife to go and kill a civilian, isn't it? Like a soldier, he uses the knife to kill another enemy soldier in the warfare. When he comes back, he is being rewarded and glorified. But if the same person uses the knife to kill a civilian, he has to go to jail, isn't it? So Prabhupada says that we have to understand our mind and use it in a proper way so that it can act as our friend. So we see how our mind can take us away and ruin all the credits that we have attained, that we accumulate through our tapasya. This is the example of how Vishwamitra lost all his tapasya credits because of his attraction to the Menaka, right? Just the sound, because the senses are so strong. Unless the mind is attentive on the right thing, there is a chance of accident, of losing our pious credits or tapasya. So how to control? That is why it is said in Bhagavatam and in all our acharyas in the scriptures, Krishna says that don't try to negate your mind and try to negate your senses. Use them in Krishna consciousness. The tongue wants to eat prasadam. The leg wants to walk, go to temple. You feel like cleaning, clean the temple. Feel like serving, invite the devotees and serve them. You know, feel like exchanging gifts, exchange the gifts with the devotees. Because, as Prabhupada says, if you want to become a drunkard, go and associate with the drunkards, isn't it? So if you want to become devotees, if you want to become good chanters, we have to associate with the right people and do the right things and engage all our senses and make them friendly. And if we do that, we see how Haridas Thakur was a very young man, but he didn't get attracted to the prostitute when she came to her cave. So these are examples that Mahaprabhu shows the power of the mantra, that it's not that one should do extensive amount of fasting and austerities, but simply by attentively chanting the Maha Mantra, one gains all the benefits. So this is another story where Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Thakur relates to this story of how the party of the bridegroom is supposed to cross over the river and meet the bride on the other side, but the party will be rowing and rowing the whole night. The boat will start, and then everybody will start sleeping, thinking that the next morning the boatman will take them to the other side of the river. But then the next day morning, when they wake up, they see that they are in the same place because the boat was still connected to the anchor and it was not removed. So no matter how much you row, you will still remain in the same place. Similarly, if we chant attentively, it becomes so easy for us to give up our material attachments so that we keep moving. Because even in the royal roads, if we just think that, okay, I have gained the speed and don't make adjustments according to the flow, you will get overrun by another car, isn't it? You have to keep moving according to the flow. So like that, you have to make adjustments in your life and keep up with and engage your senses from all front in Krishna consciousness and chant attentively so that you can progress in spiritual life. So these are again some distractions that come to our thought. So because when we sit and try to focus our mind on the holy name, the moment we try to do that, the mind says that, maybe you can invest in that stock, or you can do something else to make money, or how can you become more famous by putting other person down, or how can I solve that problem that I'm facing in the office. So many things that come up. That is why introspection is very important. Like regular reading and about the nature of the material world, why we are suffering, all the slides that we saw in the beginning. We had to come to the basics and think about like, why am I in this situation? This is a solution for all my problem. And Mahaprabhu has made it very easy. So why can't I make it a part of my life and give my valuable attention? Because I'm anyway not able to do anything else because I feel guilty with my bead bag in hand. I'm doing something else on the computer. Something tells that it's wrong, but it's just that I'm not able to give my full attention. That is why this continuous reading of the Shastras and preaching to our mind that this is the essence of my life and this is a solution for all my problems, then it becomes easy, because one should contemplate on why am I dying. It's the beginning that we said, Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadhi, why is it coming to me? One should think deeply within those things so that those things will help us when we chant. So this is a mood of a devotee who chants. In essence, it just says that Krishna, please save me from Maya, means I'm suffering. I know why I'm here, but with you, I'll be truly happy. So please help me. So this is a wonderful reference by Sachinandan Swami, which inspired me a lot. He explains how even today, like Nama Yajna, we saw that big Aswamedha Yajna and Rajasuya Yajna, so difficult to perform. But he says all the benefit you get by chanting the holy names. But how is the holy name Yajna? Sachinandan Swami says, Lord Chaitanya has given the following answer. Make your ears the sacrificial pit, The sacrificial spoon or ladle is your tongue. Use the tongue to pour the ghee of the holy name into the ears, and then you will see how in your heart the fire of bhakti will rise high and strong. That is the ultimate solution for all our ignorance. Because if you want to become a priest, you have to be Brahmin initiated, you have to have lots of qualifications, you have to have so much knowledge and the intricacies of when to do what. But anybody can become a priest in this sacrifice of the holy name, and it can be done no time, no place, no circumstances. Like one can chant the holy name and become the priest. So this is a very nice reference. So how the key to success in chanting is association. Because a task may sound very difficult. For example, some birds, they find that they fly across continents during various seasons, isn't it? But they always do that in group because they get inspiration from each other. So we have to have right association with enthusiastic chanters who have the same goal of purifying and being established in pure devotional service. Once we are in that type of association, then it becomes very easy to cross over the material life. So with this understanding, what we are trying to do today is chant one round of the holy name in the association of all the Vaishnavas here who are all trying to become pure devotees. And we'll chant one round like how we did last week, and then before we end this session. So Sundarananda Prabhu has a table in the back, and he will give out the Japa beads. And if any of you want to start this process or want to be in a group where you want to get more inspiration to chant, as Vaisheshika Prabhu explained, they have started a program, and Sundarananda Prabhu is helping the devotees to chant, to take a vow of chanting 4 rounds or 6 rounds or 8 rounds like that. So you can contact him. So while the beads are being distributed, one more point that I wanted to share is Vaisheshika Prabhu was saying how we can utilize some time of the day, like early in the morning, and having the do not disturb sign outside our home and also outside in our mind, and trying to focus our mind totally on the name, so that even if you do it for a few days, you'll see how much difference it makes in your life, especially if you could do your prescribed rounds before you start your day. Vaisheshika Prabhu was saying that you'll feel that you're protected, well protected, and your intelligence is clear, and you can take clear decisions which will help you to progress in Krishna consciousness. So attentive chanting in the morning is very helpful. And the final point is, in the first seminar, Vaisheshika Prabhu was saying chanting takes us to higher level of perception, discipline, and contentment. Because we don't have this, that's why we look in other places. This is possible only when we chant very attentively. Whenever we chant, we should chant very attentively. Morning time is good, but that doesn't mean that if you have time in the evening, you should not chant. But whatever time we have, if we focus on the names, you should just chant and hear each word very distinctly. So if we try to do that, then we'll get these higher levels of contentment, discipline, and a proper perception. And in one of the purports to the chapter of Maharaj Prithu in Bhagavatam, Prabhupada refers that the weapon of the holy name that Mahaprabhu used is more powerful than the nails of the Nrsingadev and the bow of Lord Ram and any other weapon that the Lord has used so far, because it has it has a potency to give us the topmost love for Krishna consciousness. So it is a very powerful thing. It's very simple, but all we need to do is just chant and hear very attentively. So let's try to practice it. And we also read how if we hear from the lotus mouth of pure devotees, it helps us to feel the effect immediately. So I'm going to play one round of Japa that Prabhupada is doing. We all chant with Prabhupada. So it will take around like 10 to 11 minutes. Yeah. Prabhuji, can you explain? So, they wanted me to explain. This is the beads, like one end of the bead is the bigger bead and the other one is small. And this is the Krishna bead. So we have 108 beads. So we hold the beads. We don't touch the beads with our forefinger. We hold the beads like this. And for each bead, we tell one mantra. And when you say the mantra, feel the bead, okay? It's very scientific because Hanumat Preshek Swami says that most of the nerves are there within our mouth and the hand. Means most of the nerves and the activities are concentrated in the mouth area and in the hand. So feel engaging two senses in chanting the holy name is very powerful. So when you chant the mantra, feel the beads and say one mantra for one bead and move to the next one. Like that, you come here. And then when we end the last bead, we are done with one round. And when you want to do second round at your home, you don't cross this big bead, but just turn, if you're like this, just turn around and start with the same bead. Like don't go across the bead and across the Krishna bead. That's the rule. You can, Sundarananda Prabhu can help later, but we are going to do one round. So I'll play the tape. Holding the Krishna bead, the center bead, we can tell the Panchatattva mantra, which is very powerful and helps us avoid the offenses that we commit in the holy name, which are 10 in number. We can see that in another class, but I'll just recite the mantra. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda.
Prabhu, some people don't have beads, but they can chant anyway. Some people don't have beads, but they can chant.
Exactly.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna Krishna
Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Thank you all very much. If anybody wants to share any realizations? Yes, Mataji.
In the explanation of the Hare Krishna mantra that Srila Prabhupada gave on the first Hare Krishna album, he said that even a dog can chant this Hare Krishna mantra.
Yes, thank you.
And one of the things that I think is really important is to not just think that you can chant on your beads, but that incessant chanting. When Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was in South India on his travels, he told Kurma Brahman, he said, you should always chant incessantly. So even when you're in the shower, you can chant. When you're driving your car, you can chant. So you're just always connecting with Krishna and remembering Krishna. And it's so valuable because if danger comes, and Srila Prabhupada said, just because you're a devotee, don't think that danger won't come. We live in the material world, and danger will come. So we have to be ready at all times for that. I have one little story. In 94, I was asleep in my room and I had a dream about Srila Prabhupada. And I woke up and I was thinking, wow, what an interesting dream. And at that time, my bedroom door opened, and at first I thought it was my cat. But actually it was a burglar. And he jumped up on my bed and he started hitting me with a club. But immediately my first reaction was, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. And I was praying like anything for Krishna to save me. And I did have clear thinking. I jumped out my bedroom window and I got away. Later, the investigator, he said, he came to me 3 weeks later and I thought he wanted to talk about the incident, and he said, I've been doing my job for 25 years. He said, what are you into? He said, I've never seen anyone respond to such a trauma as you and to recover as fast as you. And I said, well, I've been chanting Hare Krishna for 35 years. And he said, oh, I ate with them. 16 years ago, I ate with them. So for 3 hours, he wanted me to talk about Bhagavad Gita philosophy. And then I sent him home with one of Srila Prabhupada's Bhagavad Gitas. But when I shut the door, I went, all right, Krishna, I had to go through all that so that man could get a Bhagavad Gita. But the important thing is that all my years of practicing my 16 rounds made it possible for me to immediately, when the danger was there, to start chanting Hare Krishna. And that proves how this process works. It's very... we have a Sankirtan. In the middle of the night, we'd be driving, and someone would put the brakes on And immediately everyone in the car would wake up from a deep sleep going, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Because they're practicing, constant practice helps you to remember Krishna. So it's very valuable and it should be done at all times incessantly.
Thank you very much for sharing that, Mataji. That gives a proof in our practical lives. And I also remember the point that the Spartans said that the warrior who sweats a lot during practice bleeds less in the war. So that's what Mataji has done, because the more you practice, then the less you bleed in the war when difficulty comes in your life. Because the more you practice, the more you learn about how to tackle the different problems. The same thing holds true in Krishna consciousness as well. And I was just, yes, Prabhu. No, just okay, please go.
No, I just wanted to add that if anyone feels inspired to take this as a daily practice or do it at their home, then we can help you. And please see us at the back of the room, and we'll be very happy to talk to you more about this and help you with that.
We start in action, not just in words. Action speaks louder than words. That's what Prabhuji is saying. And I also want to hear more from Shankarananda Prabhu, who gave me very wonderful of his realizations in chanting. I really feel so much unqualified in front of so many devotees who practice Hare Krishna with such an intense purity and devotion. So I would like to hear his inputs on how we can attentively chant and improve our Krishna consciousness. Prabhuji, please. He gave such a wonderful class yesterday, and I feel really ashamed to be sitting in this place in front of him. His ecstasies are really very deep, and no matter what time he goes to bed, Mataji was saying that he's up at 4:30 a.m. And in our interactions with him, we can see that his dedication and purity. Could you please enlighten us, Prabhu, on Hare Krishna?
I just wanted to thank you for sharing this wonderful verse from Shikshashtakam, the glories of the holy name. Thank you very much for the nice class. I remember many years ago we went to Jagannath Puri with His Holiness Radhanand Maharaj. So I don't know if any one of you have attended our Rath Yatra, Jagannath Rath Yatra in Jagannath Puri. There of course when we have ISKCON Rath Yatra, we have maybe few hundred people come, right? Sometime maybe few thousand people come. And everybody gets the chance to pull the cart. But if you go to Jagannath Puri, the cart is very huge, and the rope is also almost like 300 feet, 300 to 400 feet of rope for each cart. But the problem there is there are more than 1 million devotees who come to participate in Rath Yatra. 1 to 1.5 million devotees come for Rath Yatra. So it's very difficult to reach the rope of Rath Yatra. I remember once some devotee had given an analogy that when you are pulling the rope on Jagannath Rath Yatra, that's like inviting Krishna within our heart. You are trying to invite Krishna, that Krishna, please come in my heart. That's the mood supposed to be while pulling the cart, the rope of the Rath Yatra. So I was contemplating during that Rath Yatra festival that here it's so difficult to even reach the rope. Pulling the rope means inviting Krishna in our heart. But it's so difficult to even reach the rope because millions of, there are so many devotees, hundreds and thousands of devotees. And unless you are really young and vigorous, you can't even reach the rope of Rath Yatra, the Ratha cart. So similarly, when we sit for chanting Hare Krishna, the Maya creates so much distraction. It's like Maya is also a Vaishnavi, she is also devotee. Just like in Rath Yatra, you had so many devotees. So those devotees also try to create obstacles because they are serving Krishna. They want to pull the cart of Jagannath. And you also have to really struggle hard to reach the cart, to reach the rope of the Rath Yatra. So similarly, if we want to hear the holy name of Krishna, which is like inviting Krishna within our heart, we have to really struggle very hard, while we are especially sitting and chanting the names of Krishna. We have to struggle because distraction will come. Just like in Rath Yatra, so many devotees, they are just eager to reach the rope, so you have to struggle to reach the rope, to invite Krishna in your heart. So similarly, when we sit every day, it's like a Rath Yatra festival. You're trying to invite Krishna in your heart, and you have to really struggle to hear each and every syllable that we chant. That's like inviting Krishna in our heart. So actually, we are celebrating Rath Yatra every single day when we sit and chant the holy names of Krishna.
Hari Bol. Thank you. Thank you all very much. Right now we'll start with the Arati. But please, there is no obligation. We just want to inspire you to chant more as a service to humanity, because this temple is a center where we distribute the holy names and the books. So please enroll yourself if you are inspired with the Sundarananda Prabhu in the back, and we'll equip you with the necessary tools. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Thank you. While we are putting all the books and the asanas in the place, I think Malini wanted to share the nectar that she had in the book distribution yesterday. Is Malini there on the line? Haribol Malini.
Swami iti namine. Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami iti namine. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Bhaschatya Deshatarine. Jayo Jayo Gaura Chande आरतिक शोभा किबा जय जय गौरा छांदे आरतिक शोभा जाह्नवी तटवने जगमन लोभा जाह्नवी तटवने जगमन लोभा जग जन मन लोभा जग जन मन लोभा गौरांगेरारतिक शोभा जग जन मन लोभा गौरांगेरारतिक शोभा जग जन मन लोभा नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौर हरि बोल दक्षिणे निताय चाँद बामे गदाधर की दक्षिणे निताय चाँद बामे गदगर निकटे याद्वैतश्विनी वास छत्रधारा निकटे याद्वैतश्विनी वास छत्रधारा के बसी আছে গৌরা ছাদ রত্ন সিংহাসনে কি বসি আছে গৌরা ছাদ रत्न सिंहासने आरती करे ना ब्रह्मा आदि देवगाने ब्रह्मा आदिदेवगणे शिवनरा हरि आदि कोरी चामर दुलाया शिवनरा हरि आदि कोरी चामर डुलाया संजया मुकुंद वासु घोष आदि गाया संजया मुकुंद वासु घोष आदि गाया शिव शंख बजे घंटा भाजे बजे करताला शिव शंख बजे घंटा बाजे बजे करताला माधुरा मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला माधुरा मृदंग बाजे परम रसाला माधुर 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 भाजे माधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे माधुर 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 बाजे शंख बाजे घंटा बाजे माधुर 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 भाजे नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल नित्य गौरा हरि बोल कि बहु कोटि चंद्राजिनी वदन उज्ज्वला शिवा बहु कोटि चन्द्राजिनी वदन उज्ज्वला काला देशे वनमाला कोरे जलमाला काला देशे वनमाला कोरे झलमाला शिवा सुख नारदा प्रेमे गद गद शिवा शिवा सुख नारदा प्रेमे गद गद भगति विनोदा देखे गौरार संपदा भगति विनोदा देखे गौरार संपदा जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram Ram Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Madan Mohan Radhe Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Mahaprabhu Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Narahari Jaya Lakshmi Narasingha Jaya Narahari Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Prabhupada 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 Jaya Jaya Prabhupada Jaya Jaya Gurudev 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 Jaya Jaya Gurudev Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtotara Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace Abhay Charanaramindra Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki Jayam Vishnupad Paramahamsa Parivrajikacharya Ashtotara Satashi Srimad His Divine Grace Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj ki Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda ki नामाचार्य श्री हरिदास ठाकुर की प्रेम से कहो श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधार श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद की वृंदावन धाम की मायापुर नवद्वीप धाम की पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र जगन्नाथपुरी धाम की गंगामयी की यमुनामयी की भक्ति देवी की तुलसी महारानी की समवेत गौर भक्तवृंद की All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to the assembled devotees. Hare Krishna. All glories to Shri Shri Guru and Gauranga. Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna. During tonight's Narsimdev prayers, we'd like to make a humble prayer at the lotus feet of Sri Sri Lakshmi Narsimdev, who are our only protectors and our only shelter in this material world, that may they abundantly bless Utsav Manpuria, who is amongst us today. He's son of Vivek and Rakhi Manpuria. So we pray to Lord Narsimdev to give him, bless him for overall well-being of his body, mind and soul. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Namaste Narasimhaya. Namaste Narasimhaya. Pralada Lada Dahine. Pralada Lada Dahine. Hiranyakasipu Aksaha. Silatanka nakalaye. Silatanka nakalaye. Eto nasimo parato nasimo. Yato yato ya metato nasima. Baye nasima vedaye nasima. Nasima madem sarada papade. Tavakala kabalavare naka Abhuta Shringa Dalita Hiranyakasipu Tadubrenga Kesavadvita Narahari Rupa Jayagari Sahare Jayagari Sahare Jai Jagadish Hare. Nasimade, 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 Praladesh, Shirapana, Mukapan, Pringa. Nasimade, Jayo, Nasimade, Jayo, Nasimade, Jayo, Nasimade. Bhakta Prahlad Jaya Prahlad Nithai Gora Hari Bol Hari Bol श्री नरसिंह भगवान की, भक्त प्रहलाद की, गौ ब्रह्मानंद
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. We welcome everyone to the Sunday Feast program at ISKCON of Silicon Valley. The first Sunday Feast in the month of February 2014. Last week I met one of my friends after a long time, and since we had not seen each other since 2014 began, he wished me a happy new year. And I was still thinking like this is still new year, and so I was feeling new year. But then today I suddenly realized the first month of 2014 is already over. We are into February. So it's quite amazing that how time just flies past us, like a aeroplane, jet plane just going across us. If we are especially engaged in many activities. So this time factor is explained in the Bhagavad Gita and the scriptures is nothing but the external representation of the Supreme Lord. So with time, as we grow old, our stress, anxiety, and so many other things grow in our life. And ultimately, time meets us at the end of our life in the form of death. But it has been explained that this is actually the manifestation of the external potency of the Supreme Lord, where there is fear, danger, and anxiety at every step. However, if we tune our lives, if we mold our lives to come under the shelter of the internal potency of the Supreme Lord, the same time factor which is externally looks fearful and scary actually becomes our dearmost friend. The Lord then helps us from within to not only make our present life auspicious but also progressively march on the path back to Godhead. This is actually the purpose of human life as described in the Vedic scriptures. And here at ISKCON of Silicon Valley, we are not only talking about it, but we are trying to practice it in our daily lives. So that's what our programs are all about, and we encourage everyone all around the Bay Area. We're going out and trying to distribute this message. Please come here, associate with us, and take shelter of the internal potency of the Supreme Lord, which in this age comes down to us in a very, very accessible form, in the form of the holy names of Lord Hari. So that's what today's lecture was about, of how to take shelter of the internal potency of the Lord in the form of the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. This simple sounding mantra, if we take to its regular practice and with full sincerity and attention, will completely transform our lives, and we can experience this for ourselves and have full faith in this process. So thank you all for being here tonight, and we look forward to have your association for the rest of 2014 and beyond. Hare Krishna. Do we have newcomers coming to the temple tonight? Here, we have several devotees who are here for the first time. Did you like the program tonight? Thank you for making the time for being here. And if you have any questions or any feedback for us, please do not hesitate to talk to one of the volunteers, and we'll be very happy to help you. Not only that, we'd like to acknowledge and thank our newcomers by a return gift, which will be handed out to you after the announcements by one of our devotee volunteers. So do not forget to take that, and most importantly, please keep in touch and come regularly. Thank you. Hare Krishna. I would like to now request Damodar Vamshidhari Prabhu to give us a brief overview of how we did financially in the past 2 years, and he'll also give us what's coming up in the rest of the year. Damodar Vamshidhari.
Thank you so much, Selva Prabhu, if you can make that. Hare Krishna. So glad to see you all. Actually, last Friday, as Prabhu was telling, and Gandharvika Mataji in her class told about the glories of the holy name, and devotees at ISKCON of Silicon Valley has been told earlier that California is hit by a drought, worst drought in 100 years. And it has been said in in Bhagavad Gita that chanting the holy names of the Lord brings rain. So under leadership of His Grace Vaisheshika Prabhu, our temple president, who is right now leading a Mayapur Yatra in India, he said, let's get together and chant the holy names of the Lord. And that's exactly what we did. And last Friday, devotees from ISV went on streets of Palo Alto, and they are doing it every day also. And then we called out to the Lord for help. And good news is that we found a lot of drizzles in the morning. Actually, it was raining some places very heavily. So we are pleased and thanking to Krishna for accepting our offerings and showing one more time that if we are pure in heart and we reach out to Lord with holy names, then Lord responds. So we'll continue to do all these things. This is not the end. We have big plans. We have big plans to get a better altar. We have big plans to get life-size Murti of Srila Prabhupada. There's a lot of things which is going on. And based on what we have kind of progressed from April 2013 when we moved into this center, it's amazing. And thanks to all of your love and support for the lordships. Let us know in case we can do anything better. Today I'm going to talk about finances. It's little mundane, but I assure you whatever donations you are making, they are going into the right cause. And we ensure that it is used in expanding the chanting and the sound vibrations in the whole North America. Go to the next slide, Prabhuji. So this is what is a profit loss statement, and what we are trying to do is give you 2 years of how we performed. So net, if you look at these are the categories, we have Sunday school, which is also known as Vedic Academy, and people send their kids to get educated from the very early childhood. And then we have Motel Gita. This is a flagship campaign which has placed over 200,000 Bhagavad Gita into motels. So we get a lot of donations. Mayapur Vihari Prabhu and Dilip Bhai lead this program. And then that helps them to place Bhagavad Gitas into motels close to the Gideon Bibles. So last year we made close to $51,000 as donations on that. And then temple donations includes for the new temple as well as the temple ops. We collected over 324,000. So that's pretty big compared to the amount of fundraising drives which we had last year. So pretty good. We'd like to continue that. And if you compare from the last year, because we had big fundraising drives going on, last to last year we collected around $700,000 just for ISV. One more thing which I like to mention here is this includes just ISV. There's another non-profit, non-religious wing of ISV called PLA, Pacific Learning Alliance. Those numbers are separate. Here we are talking about just ISV as a 501c3 religious organization. That's the parent motherhood for our institution here. And then Sankirtan is the devotees who are going door to door distributing books. They collected over $131,000. So which is again increased from last year by $20,000. So net last year we collected over $500,000 as revenue for this temple. So which is huge, and like to congratulate each of you. Thank you. So when we look, and last year because we were moving into the temple, there were a lot of remodeling expenses and all. We were able to, purchase big audio, video equipments, kitchen, commercial kitchen is available where you can cook for hundreds of people in just hours. So a lot of investment from ISV went in, and there's still more to go. So those are the kind of things we were able to achieve with this. Just because there was expenses on the new temple, $267,000 which you see last year, and We also had like day to day, like say for example, by donations which we receive for, say for example, Bhoga. When you sponsor a feast, all those things get collected for paying the mortgage, for paying the electricity, for paying the water, for paying the garbage, for paying for getting the garlands. Like we spend over $1,400, $1,200 to $1,400 every month to get the best flowers for the Lord, so that the garlands are there offered. Nice aroma of the flowers are there. The temple is kept revolutionary clean. Like one of the feedback people when they come to ISV is they say, we have out of the world prasad, and then the temple facility is kept very clean. So we go little steps ahead to ensure all these things is maintained in a nice way, so we can serve you all better. All those things goes into the temple expenses category, and the dresses of the deities, the other things like providing plates and other things. So we spent around $225,000 last year. So with that, in 2012, ISV as an institution made profit of around $390,000. And last year when I see, because of the temple expense and the collection, we had a loss of 49K. It's not actually a loss, it's just that we knew that these expenses, because moving is increasing. Prabhu, go to the next slide. And this is how our net assets are growing. So, happy to report that ISV equity, this is like today, and this is a very conservative number. We are over 879K right now, money in hand with ISV, which compared to around 2-3 years, we were not even there, around 300. So thank you very much. It is your love and support for the deities that, the temple is getting all these assets which we can further expand for reaching out to more people and to give them the best welfare for the people, like bringing rain, doing kirtans and chantings and many other things, educating people to become happy in life and further go back to Godhead. So these are the, just as a high level, I will be posting these things into announcements wall, which we are working it out. And what we are planning to do is every month, we will be having a very transparent system where we will display last month what was the collection and where each of the items, each cent of your dollars got spent on. So we are hoping by 1st of January, which is somewhere around middle of February to end of February, we'll have the account for the month of January. And we'll try to make it a practice, put it on website as well as display here. And any questions if you have, you can come and see me. Prabhu, go to the next slide. Now, any organization, so this is where, our organization is getting mature. You can see now we are trying to run it more like a, so this is what we are looking at, a proposed budget. And, say for example, it is going in Bhoga supplies, etc., etc. Just as I wanted all of you to know that on a month we are looking at around close to over 16,500 as a monthly budget for temple operations. That is for paying the mortgage, utilities and other details. Prabhu, go to the next slide. And this is where we are right now, which is, various categories by which we get Lakshmi. So we get Lakshmi by, monthly donations. So I highly recommend for all of you who are, who wants to get engaged. This is a program by which every month certain amount comes to our temple, and then we don't have to, we feel assured, okay, we can do more better on these areas for the Lordship. So that comes up, you can do PayPal, like monthly we get, or you can put a bill pay in your bank and it will automatically come to our accounts. Also, you can even look into, which is simpler, I do that, from my paycheck, instead of coming, it comes to my bank account and part of it comes to the bank directly. You have to just give the ISV accounts routing number and bank account number, which I can give you if you are interested. So you don't have to even cut checks. Every paycheck, certain amount goes to Radha Madan Mohan. That's very effective. Hundi cash, all the donations which we get goes here. Some devotees wants to make it extra clean, as I said, and they are giving extra donations for making the temple clean. Corporate matches we get for the temple, Prasad's feast, as Prabhu said, we not only have Sunday feast sponsorship, and one thing is that one feast can be sponsored by multiple people. And then we also have Wednesday feast as well as Saturday feast. I'll just go very fast. There's a new appliance there called e-Hundi, and then you can browse there. There are various categories of serving the Lordship. You can do an arti, you can sponsor a prasad, you can do various things on that. And the last slide, Prabhu. One thing that if I look at that way, we are $2,000 to $3,000 deficit. But that doesn't mean that we have, say, for example, more donations coming on to, say, new temple funds, the savings account, and we actually move that amount into the temple operation. So we are looking forward for more support from each of you. This is a small e-Hundi report for February, for the month of January, which we have. And you say, for example, you can get ahimsa milk. So this is very high level category of what we are having. So you can see devotees are paying for prasadam, like we collected $1,358 for prasadam. So I'll recommend each of you to please let us know how we can improve, and hope this report was helpful. The new festivals for this year are coming. Typically we have 2 periods of festival. The Gaur Leela festivals happen in the beginning of the year, which is starting off from next Thursday. Advait Acharya's appearance day is there, followed by 12th of February, which is Lord Nityananda appearance day. Lord Nityananda is Balram himself, and it is said that all these temples and all paraphernalia is Lord Balram. We would like to kickstart the fundraising for 2014 in these festivals. So in case you want to help us, please contact us. More details will be shared soon. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Damodar Vamsidhari Prabhu. The purpose of sharing these details is to just show that our commitment for transparency, for using all the donations and funds that come into the temple. So everybody here and also is qualified to ask questions and get clarifications if you'd like to do so. And as a non-profit organization, it's also our obligation to share all the financial details with our congregation members. So that's the purpose. Thank you very much. So today we'd like to acknowledge 2 of our sponsors for tonight's feast. The first sponsor is Gaurapal Prabhu and his family. They are sponsoring tonight's feast in memory of his father, whose birthday is around this time. Is that right? Yes. So I would like to request Gaurapal Prabhu and his family to please come forward and accept a small return gift from us. Yeah. Can you help me with Gala? What is your name?
Om.
Okay. So you are here on behalf of your grandfather to receive this gift. Okay? Small picture of Krishna. Very good. Okay. We have one more sponsor tonight, and that's Avijit Prabhu and his wife Shubha Mataji. They are sponsoring on the occasion of their wedding anniversary.
Is she not here?
She's not here, yeah.
I expect all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis to give blessings so that we have a very good life, married life. Thank you.
All our best wishes are with you and Shubha Mataji. This for her. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Next we'll have Prasadam. But before that, we'll announce the cooks who worked very hard all this afternoon and prepared a very nice feast for us. Surabhi.
Hare Krishna. The cooks for tonight were Niral Prabhu, Pooja Mataji, Hari Sankirtan Prabhu, and help from Aditya Mataji and Bhakta Vatsal Prabhu. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
We'll chant prasadam prayers together and then we'll step out to take prasadam and we'll come back in, form rows and have a seat and honor prasadam. Sharira Vidya Jal Jodendriya Tahe Kal जीव है पहले विषय सागोरे तार मध्य जीभायति लोभमय सुदुर्मति ताके जेता कठिन संसारे कृष्ण बड़ा दयामय बारे जीवा जाय स्वप्रसादन दिलो भाई सैयन्नामृत पाओ राधा कृष्ण गुण गाओ प्रेमे डाको श्री चैतन्य नीताय प्रेमे डाको श्री चैतन्य नीताय महाप्रसादे गोविंदे नमो ब्राह्मणी वैष्णवे स्वल्प पुण्यवतं राजन् विश्वासो निर्जायते प्रसादे सर्व दुःखानां हानिरसोपजायते प्रसन्न चेतो सुयाशु बुद्धि पर्यवतिष्ठते भगवत श्री महाप्रसाद की जय. Please come and take prasadam. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thanks for the online users. The program's coming to end. Thank you. Hare Krishna.